Hi, Dr. Heather here from Wellspring Chiropractic Lifestyle Center. Today we're talking about concussions and things you can do for yourself to help heal faster. We're talking about diet today. So anti-inflammatory diet is the key place to go. And there's definitely a list of foods that are more inflammatory that are some of the most highly consumed foods that you know. It's probably your favorite foods that are on that list. And so it tends to be things like wheat and refined carbohydrates, wheat, corn, soy, those types of things. And so what you want to do is you want to switch those over to the ancient grains, which are the anti-inflammatory grains. And then we want to look at the category of the unhealthy fats. Now, this is really important. This is essential because your brain is made of fat. So you want to make sure you're putting healthy fats in. And so the unhealthy fats, the ones that are going to drive more inflammation, that are going to pour gasoline on that fire of inflammation, are the oils such as the soybean oil, the corn oil, the canola oil. So those types of vegetable oils are highly inflammatory. The healthier oils are going to be the fats that come from healthy animals, grass-fed, free-range animals. Also from avocado oil, from coconut palm oil, and olive oil would be another good one in there. And then fish oil is really important. And the reason why it's so important is that not only are those oils essential for building your brain, but every cell in your body, the cell membrane, is made out of fat. So if you have the healthy fats in there, you're going to have a good balance of structure and flexibility, which means things can get in and out easily. But if you don't have a good balance and you have those unhealthy fats in your diet, you're literally building the walls of your cells so that they are too rigid and they don't get flexible, and it disrupts the receptors so things can't get in and out easily. And then that's going to lead to lots of toxicity issues and malfunctioning of the cells. So if you're looking to heal a concussion, the anti-inflammatory diet is the way to go. Now, there's another piece to diet that I want you to think about as well. And it turns out that there's something called autophagy. If we break that word down, it's autophagy, which translates into self-eating. And when we fast, when we stop eating and we have a break from eating, the body is still going to look for things that it needs to digest for fuel. So it actually starts to go after the bad cells in the body, the broken down cells, the ones that just need to be cleaned up and gotten rid of. Now, if we're eating in a way 3 meals a day from early in the morning until late at night, our body never gets a chance to just stop that digestion. And so it just has to keep digesting the food that we put in. If we actually take a break from eating, and we call that fasting, if we do that, then autophagy gets turned on and we can start to actually eat up and get rid of and clean up the cells that are damaged that need to be replaced with healthy new cells. And so fasting is a great way to do that. We also know that when you're fasting, you'll stimulate stem cells, which are the I would describe them as the neutral cells that can turn into any kind of cell you need in the body. So we all have stem cells in our body, and some people think you have to go and get them injected, but actually we can stimulate those stem cells so they can be used exactly where they're needed, for example, and healing up the brain. So that aspect of autophagy is what cleans up the debris, the old bad cells, and actually stimulates the new cells to be formed. And so I want to encourage you to experiment and look into intermittent fasting. You know, it's one thing to do like a 7-day water fast where you're only drinking water for 7 days. That can be hard. But actually, you can do something called intermittent fasting, which is simply to compress the hours in the day that you're eating so that your first meal and your last meal all happen within 6 hours. And if you can go for 8 hours to start with and then work it back so it compresses down to 6 hours. And some people, they even get to the point where they can really just be happy eating just 1 meal a day. And when you do that, that means you have many, many hours of fasting in between. And that's when the body just goes to work to clean up the debris and stimulate that healing. So I hope that you found this was helpful. If you did, please share it with other people so that they can be helped as well. And I look forward to sharing more with you soon.